SierraSil is a trade name for a tufaceous volcanic rock that was geothermically altered. This deposit is northeast of Yosemite in the U.S. Sierra Mountains, hence the Sierra portion of the name, and a silicate mineral structure. SierraSil is for any adult looking for relief of aches or stiffness associated with activity, whether that activity is working, for example, for tradespeople or people who are in a seated position all day long and have issues with that. It's for people who are recovering from injury. It's for adults who, just from the march of time, are feeling that and want to turn back the clock. And it's for athletes looking to improve personal bests. And it's for people with a number of different health conditions looking for a little comfort from the symptoms that they're encountering.
We've had quite a bit of feedback from patients who have been on the medication who have come back to refill their supply as they've gone through it. Response is excellent. Everyone from pain due to sports-related injuries due to arthritis, example in our elderly population, they've responded exceptionally well to the product.
We know that SierraSil works in a number of ways, and there may be some other ways that we haven't yet identified. But the ways that we know it is working is we know it's helping to produce a healthy inflammation response as well as to reduce cartilage breakdown. And we learned that through peer-reviewed published research done in the United States. We've also learned through research done in a human clinical trial as well as in lab tests that it's actually helping to pull heavy metals out of the body because it attracts and binds toxins. And that benefit actually leads to the one warning we have with SierraSil, and that is to take it away from medications. Because sometimes the medications can be toxic to your body, and it's theoretically possible, not that we know that this has happened, but in theory and as an abundance of caution, to take SierraSil away from medications.
What I really like about SierraSil is it's safe for everybody. One of the key things that it's addressing is inflammation. I find a lot of the supplements working with connective tissue won't work if the inflammation isn't addressed to begin with. It's a very simple supplement in that they just take that in of itself and it'll bring the inflammation down.
As I age, I'm getting a little bit older now, and I've noticed that every morning I just wake up sore, and I just thought that was normal. I do a lot of activities like sports, so I thought that was also normal. So I was told about SierraSil to try it out. It would reduce muscle soreness, so of course I would try it, and it worked.
So how does it work? How is it taking those heavy metals out? How is it attracting toxins? It's in part because how the minerals are charged and the mineral structure. It's very much like a very porous sponge that attracts toxins to it. So these toxins will latch on and actually bind into the SierraSil complex, and as you go on with your day and your normally bodily functions occur, you'll end up literally excreting many of these toxins along with some of the SierraSil that you digested.
There are a lot of products on the market, and the first thing that I felt about SierraSil was that its efficacy was obvious in my patients, and they were coming in and saying that they were feeling better within 2 weeks.
I've been regularly taking it since October of 2013 because I know it works, and so if it works for me, then I have no problem promoting it to the patients that I see that complain about the similar kind of signs and symptoms that I've had.
We really like to encourage people, when it comes to research, to be the judge, and we'll present the evidence. And we think the evidence stands out. We've been told by some industry leaders that it represents a gold standard for our industry. We've even had a competitor say, "I'm blown away. I've never seen this kind of research for a product." So what is it? It includes numerous safety studies, an Ames test looking for potential carcinogenic activity. It was clean. Acute oral toxicity up to 70 times the recommended dosage on a one-time application. Subacute oral toxicity up to 35 times the recommended dosage for an extended period of time. Again, absolutely safe. We've done numerous human clinical studies. Again, absolutely safe. These include a pilot study, internationally registered, multi-centered, randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled study of over 100 patients. More recently, a 150-person double-blind crossover study. In between, we did a long-term observational analysis of People have been using SierraSil for a number of years. A chelating study done under the direction of Dr. Jim Laval. We've also done peer-reviewed published mechanism of action research. And the research continues because we believe in standing behind what we do with real science. So it's not just our opinion, but it's validated. It's researched and validated, which from a scientific interpretation is, are these results repeatable? And that's really a judge of good research. And that's what we found with SierraSil. There's a very consistent pattern. It's safe and it works.
Well, as a pharmacist, we're always looking for alternatives to the traditional medications for pain therapy. And when SierraSil came along, it fit the bill. A, it works, and B, the safety profile is fantastic. So it really allows me as a pharmacist to direct a patient to a quality product without a lot of side effects, So it's fantastic.
I felt great about carrying SierraSil after I'd found out that there'd been a lot of research done and there'd been a lot of trials on the product, and the trials had been done specifically on the product and the right dosage. So there's a lot of trials that you can have that might be broad and not apply to everything, but SierraSil was very specific and had really great results.
If you'd like to recommend a product that works for almost everybody who tries it, works fairly quickly, certainly within the first purchase, we promise within 14 days or less, or their money back, that's backed by quality clinical research, gold standard research, double-blind placebo-controlled research, OECD protocol safety studies, and is a product where the chain of custody is known by the supplier, controlled by the supplier to verify quality and consistency, we think SierraSil will be a good choice.